Has your Maltese puppy stopped eating their food? This can be a concerning sign, and there could be a number of reasons, which could be the reason for them not eating their food. A Maltese generally is a picky eater and will turn their nose up at a lot of options, but they will eat anything if they are hungry. That's why today's episode, we will share 10 reasons why your Maltese is not eating anything. Number 1. Bad teeth. Maltese are a breed which suffers from decaying teeth. If their teeth get bad, they may need to be removed, so check your Maltese dog's mouth for any decay. Your vet will be able to advise the best treatment if you do see decay. Hard foods for an adult dog with bad teeth are not a good idea, and your Maltese may not be able to eat the hard food without pain. If you think your dog does have tooth decay, then a soft food in the short term might be much better. Number 2. A power trip. Your Maltese may be on a power trip and think by not eating the food you have set out it has gained the upper hand. If you change the food or offer it, the food you are eating it will think it has the upper hand and is the more dominant member of the pack. This power trip is quite easy to identify, as the Maltese puppy will look at the food and walk away from it in disgust. You are best to leave the food there and see if they come back in a few minutes. If they do not come back, feel free to take the bowl away and put it in the fridge. They will come back and notice the food is gone, and they will slowly understand that if they do not eat the food they are given in their bowl, they will go hungry. Number 3. Sickness. Your Maltese puppy could be sick. They will usually be lethargic along with avoiding their food and water. If you notice your dog is limp, can't walk, or is very sleepy, then contact your vet immediately, and they will assess the situation. It could be life-threatening or just a minor illness, but your vet is the only person who can assess the real cause of the issue. Number 4. New food. New and different food can upset your dog's stomach, or they may not want to eat it because they are unsure. Whenever you introduce new foods to your Maltese puppy, you need to keep an eye on their poop to ensure that it is not runny and loose. Loose stool is a sign the food did not agree with your Maltese puppy's body. Lower quality food can sometimes be an issue, and if you find the current brand is not working well with your Maltese puppy, you should look to move to another brand which is high in protein. Number 5. They are in a new environment. If your puppy has just come to your home and it's the first couple of days, they may be scared or worried. Fear can make Maltese puppies hold off eating any food because they are being super cautious. They will be unsure of their environment, who you are, and what is safe. Taking the time to be gentle with them, speaking softly to them, and holding them close will allow them to feel safe. As they feel more safe, hand feeding may be needed to get them to start to eat, and then you can move on to feeding them in the bowl. Number 6. Time of day. The Maltese dog is renowned as a fussy eater. One of the best ways to ensure they will eat their food is to keep a routine in place for feeding. This routine should be done in the same spot, with the same bowl, and at the same time. Your Maltese puppy will learn to use the environment cues of time, location, and equipment as a sign that it is feeding time. When they are hungry, they will also try and get you to that location to prompt you that they want to eat. If you are trying to feed you Maltese at different times of the day or in different locations, then it would be a wise choice to get a routine in place and stick with it for several days. One of the best times to feed your Maltese dog is while your dinner is cooking and just before you eat. The smells of your food will also be a trigger for your dog, and they will associate the smell of your dinner with their food. Number 7. Stomach blockage. This is a serious issue where your dog may have ingested an inedible object, and it has become stuck in the throat or the stomach. Maltese puppies tend to grab things off the floor, and sometimes the mistaken objects for food. You will need to take your Maltese puppy to the vet to get them checked out. A hard stomach or a bulge in the throat could be a symptom of this condition. Another symptom could be heavy breathing and lethargy. If you think your dog may have swallowed something, contact a vet immediately and get your dog looked at, as a blocked stomach can be serious. Number 8, pickiness or behavior issues. Some dogs are just picky, or their refusal to eat may be caused by feeding them in situations where they aren't comfortable, such as around an aggressive dog or from a bowl at an uncomfortable height. Because a decreased appetite in dogs may be caused by illness, never assume that your dog is picky without investigating other possibilities first. Number 9, food quality. And if your dog suddenly stops eating a brand of food they've liked for years, firstly, double-check the food hasn't gone off. Open a new pack if you can to see if your dog will eat that. Sometimes dry kibble can get mold that we can't see, but dogs can smell. The ingredients could also have changed, so it may be worth trying a different flavor too. Number 10, they have already eaten. You may not realize it, but maybe someone else has fed your Maltese. Someone could be deliberately feeding your Maltese because they didn't realize you were feeding them, or because your neighbor thought they were being nice to your dog. Or it could be by accident where your Maltese puppy has found food on the floor or got into the treat box. If your Maltese has already eaten, they are less likely to want to eat any food you are now putting in front of them. Keep an eye on your Maltese and maybe ask your neighbors if they are feeding anything to your dog.